Hi girls, so today I'm going to try and show you how I did these. They're hand painted flowers, but this time I did a little different. I didn't just do totally freehand. I did a template. I used kind of a template, which I'll show you. Now the background on these is water marble, and this one here is a drip marble. And I did this very similar. I wanted kind of I didn't want a distinct pattern because I didn't want it to distract from the flowers. So you can do whichever you prefer, water marble or this drip marble. The only difference in the drip marble and the water marble was that I used an orchid here and then that sparkly silver, which I did not do on this, and I used white instead of the silver. So, but anyway, I have a tutorial on this drip marble that I did recently if you want to look at that, if you want to do it that way. And you can do whatever colors that you want to, of course. But so this is the template. Now when I did it for these, I didn't do it in this brighter color or darker color or whatever. I used, this is stamping polish, but on these I did a regular polish and it was super, super soft and light. I could barely see it, but just good enough I could see it to use it for a template. So I went ahead and did this so you can go ahead and see, you know, what I did. And I used this Bundle Monster plate, and I just used this part right here. And if you wanted to, you could do a panorama where that you use, you know, parts of the rest of it for the rest of your nails if you want to do it that way, you know, or hand paint or however you want to do it. But that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how I stamped it. And we're going to do that right now. So I used Bundle Monster. I will put down the names of everything I use. The polish, the paints, the plate, you know, everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on here, the part that I did use for my beginning template, and to show you how, you know, it started. So swiped it. I'm using my Big Bling jelly, clear jelly stamper. So let me get this part I don't want off of here. Okay. So that's how that looked, and you don't have to use that much if you don't want to. But I'm using a giant nail, so we're gonna, you know, probably put all of this on here. So anyway, I just, you know, kind of lined it up with the biggest part of my branch up in the corner, whichever corner you want to, and just kind of roll it over, you know, like you would normally stamp. And that's pretty even by itself, you know. But then I just, let me get this out of my way. I'm going to, you know, paint the rest of it. So next, I went ahead and I'm just using craft paints, nothing expensive or fancy. And then have a little cup of water, and you'll want some kind of little tile or something, you know, because I'm going to make it in, you know, these turn them into watercolors. But you can use just a straight acrylic on the dark brown if you want to. I will put all these names in the box too. And I went ahead and started on this, got it started. So I'm trying to, you know, cut down a little bit on as much time as I can. So hopefully it won't be as long. But anyway, I'm going to grab a little bit, there's still a branch left, and I'm going to grab a little bit of water and just kind of go like that until it's the way I want it. And here's the branch that's left, is right there. So just, you know, just follow. Okay, let me try it this way. See if that works better. Just kind of follow, you know, where it is. And I'm trying to do it upside down, so sorry if it doesn't turn out perfect. Okay. And I always say this, but it does not have to look perfect. Just, you know, get it as close as you can, and just, you know, so it makes you happy. Okay, that works. That looks good. That's plenty. And if you want to go with a lighter brown on the smaller branches, I did that on some of these. You can do that if you want it to look a little softer, you know, something a little bit, you know, lighter, or you don't have to. I'm just sticking with the dark brown on this so that it's easier for you to see, hopefully. Okay, so we did our branch. So next we're going to go to our flowers, and we're just going to start coloring in. And I used a light pink, and then I used a, you know, kind of a raspberry-ish pink, or hot pink, or whatever you want to use. Oh, let me put this on my alcohol so I don't knock it over. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some of this pink, put it on my little tile, add a little bit of water over here because you want, you want it to be kind of like, like watercolors. So I'll do the best I can so that you can see it and so I can see it. Okay, let me look at it every so often so I can kind of see where I'm at. And you don't even have to, like follow the lines of this thing if you don't want to. If you are used to painting, you don't even have to just make whatever shape you want. You don't have to follow the shape on that if you don't want to. Just sort of giving you a little bit of a, like a template, a guide, somewhere to start. Okay, so I hope you can see that. Obviously it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be, once again, it doesn't have to be. So you just go on and go to your next flower. Now on mine, I added buds, I added flowers, I added some leaves, and some branches and whatever. You can do that or not do that, however you want it to look. It's going to be pretty anyway. So, and there's another flower. I'm going to do another big flower here. Hope I'm putting it so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And this is not, I know it's going to be a little, not quite as good as, what I did on my nails, but try and get it close enough. Just, so you get the idea and and then you can perfect it however you want to. So there's a big flower right here. We're going to go ahead and go over that too. I think I need to get a little bit more paint, a little bit more water on here so that I want it a little bit more opaque than that. So. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I didn't do the background on this one because I wanted it to just be the plain, greenish color so that hopefully you can also see it better too. So let's see, where else? Let's do a flower over here. Let's see, how can I do that? If I hold it like that, hopefully you can see it. And if you want yours more rounded or whatever, you can do yours even more rounded if you want it to be. Okay. So I'm not going to do as many, as I did on here as far as adding extras. This one is mainly the one that we're doing right now. Pretty close anyway. Just, starts in a different corner, but basically that's the one we're working on right now. So I'm going to show you how, so I did some of my buds. I just sort of did it like a teardrop, and I just kind of added it wherever I thought it would look good. So kind of like how I do my rosebuds, similar. So I hope you can, let me do it that way so you can see, hopefully. And I just think it really added to it to have some of those in there too. So just kind of wherever you see a spot that might be a good spot to do that. It doesn't, have to be shaped exactly perfect either. Let's see, where else would I add one? I'd probably do another one down here. Keep in mind that at least I think that odd numbers tend to are more pleasing to the eye than as opposed to doing, it in a straight line even, or even a number of flowers. Now you could do more if you wanted to. I'm just going to stop with that because we're on the clock. And so next I would just add my dark pink in, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take some and put it on my little tile here and add some water. You know, and just play with it till you get the consistency that you want. And so on mine, I don't know if you can see, but I sort of outlined, you know, kind of give it a little bit of a shadow of the darker pink. So we're going to do that. Kind of just do that around, oops, went a little far, but it doesn't matter, it's okay. You can add more water if you want to, you know, if you don't want it to be as dark, you can, you know, add, I'm going to add a little bit more water. And you can even just put water on the side so you know if you need to, you know, add some more, you can. I gotta look at this a second for this part right here. Anyway, so see, it's just giving it a little more, you know, interest. And, you know, you just kind of, and the more water you add to it, you know, it'll look softer, have a softer look, like, you know, that one there. Okay, and we're gonna do some more on this one here, just around the edge. And then you want to add some of this darker pink to your little buds too. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go like that. And where's another one at? Just kind of go like that. Just kind of wherever you want to add a little bit more color on that. I'm going to add a little bit more on this one here too. Okay. Okay, so now I did my centers. I added a little bit of yellow, and I added those little dark brown spots on there. And you can use, if you don't want to use your brush, you can use a dotting tool. So let me get my yellow, and I'm going to add some water to that too. Just kind of softens it up. And then I'm going to add my yellow in the center. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. This might be a little bit harder to see, but hopefully you can see them. Can you see the yellow? Okay. Okay, just close to the center as you can. Okay, let me see, did I get them all? I did. And if it dries too light, then just go, you know, go over your center with some more yellow. And, you know, if you want it to be more noticeable, and your circle that you do your yellow in does not have to be perfect. Sorry, I have to hold this up way higher than I'm used to having to hold it, just so this camera can pick it up. So sometimes my hand drops down, and so sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to do the little brown dots. And there's also some white dots. And this was, you know, these nails I did after a painting was the inspiration, and it had these little white dots on it. So you can use the brush if you want to. I did, but you can also use a dotting tool. I think I'm going to do that for right now. A really tiny, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you know, as tiny as you can get, and you'll still have to kind of dab it off so that you're, you know, not getting too big of a dot. And these are kind of different size dots, these white dots on here. And you just kind of put them in between, you know, where in between the flowers, and as many as you want or as few as you want. So hopefully I won't do these too big. And then just kind of, you know, okay, I think I need them to be a little bit more than that. So let me try doing, and hopefully you can see. It's just kind of fun, just kind of adds to it. So we're just going to kind of do here and maybe a little bigger there, maybe there. Oops, sorry. Keep dropping it down, dang it. Okay, so there's our white dots. And you know, you can do like smaller ones and, you know, all different ones and wherever you want them. That just gives you an idea of what I did. And then we're going to do our little dark brown dots in the center of our flowers. So, and I did them pretty teeny, but you know, it doesn't matter, whatever. So let me see. So it's dotting tool might be a little harder to get them as tiny, but I think it'll be close enough. You know, just want a little contrast in there. I think I did 5 dots, but I think I'm just going to do 3 for, you know, this right here that we're doing. Save a little bit of time, maybe. Okay, so just real light, real light. You don't want to be too heavy-handed. Okay. Okay, so there's our little dark dots. And, you know, I mean, you can keep going, you know, if you want to. You don't want to overdo it, you know, so that it looks too crowded. And then I did add some little green leaves, too, in there. And I just used my paintbrush and just grabbed a little paint and kind of, you dab off if you think you've got too much. And just kind of, you know, I just kind of looked at it and added it wherever I thought I should, you know, add a little green leaf. So there's a green leaf right there. I'm going to add some more here. Wait a minute. Can you see it if I hold it that way? Wait a minute, where is it? Okay, hopefully you saw it. Let me see, how many do I have? So let's add, and you could just, like I said, you can add more. I'm, you know, just to save some time, I'm just giving you the basics, you know, so that you can kind of get the idea and see. So there's some little green leaves in there. Okay, so now you would just, you know, let it dry a minute and then put whatever top coat you want. You can do matte, shiny, regular polish, gel, you know, whatever you want to do. You know, you can do right now. So anyway, that's pretty much it. And, you know, if you want to look at that drip marble, that tutorial's on there. You know, if you want to do that behind it, if you don't know how to water marble. Drip marble is pretty easy. So I'm just using regular polish. I'm just going to go, you know, zip, zip, you know, down it. And there you go. That's basically what I did on these. And as you can see, the background kind of gives it more interest, you know, to do the background, but it's pretty with even the plain one. So anyway, I'm going to be doing some more tutorials on the clear jelly stamper plates, the new ones I got, 3 more of them. So please stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you'll get a notice for my next new tutorial, which will be soon on those stamping plates. Thanks, guys. Bye.